Certainly. The years 1540 to 1545 were a time of dramatic Spanish exploration and conflict in what would later become the United States. Below is a historical fiction short story based on real expeditions and events from that era. The Golden Mirage, A Tale of Coronado and the Seven Cities 1540, The March into the Unknown under the Burning Sun of Northern New Spain, modern-day Mexico, Francisco Vázquez de Coronado, a wealthy nobleman turned conquistador, led an enormous expedition, 2,000 soldiers, settlers, and enslaved natives, northward. Their goal, to find the legendary seven cities of Cibola, said to be overflowing with gold. Among them was Diego de Alvarado, a young and ambitious lieutenant who dreamed of glory. But as they crossed the deserts of Sonora, the reality set in. There was no gold, only harsh winds and hostile lands. 1541, the illusion of Quivira. After months of hardship, Coronado's scouts, including an enslaved African man named Hispanico, who had survived earlier expeditions, brought word of a new legend, Quivira, a wealthy kingdom far to the northeast. The expedition pressed on, crossing the vast plains of modern-day Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. Diego, now disillusioned, wrote in his journal, "We chase shadows. The land stretches endlessly, and the people we meet have no gold, only maize, buffalo hides, and wary eyes." When they finally reached Quivira, likely a Wichita village in Kansas, they found simple grass huts, not golden towers. Coronado, furious, ordered the chief Tatarax to be tortured, but even he could not invent treasure that did not exist. 1542, the winter of discontent with no riches to show, the expedition fractured. Many soldiers deserted, blending into native tribes rather than face shame in Mexico. Diego, wounded in a skirmish with the Tayas tribe, was left behind at a Pueblo village in present-day New Mexico. There, he was taken in by a healer named Povoa, who saw no threat in the broken Spaniard. Over months, Diego learned the Pueblo ways, even helping defend the village against raiders from the Apache. 1543, the return or the stay. When a small detachment of Coronado's men passed through, searching for survivors, Diego faced a choice: return to Spain in disgrace or remain in this new land. Povoa warned him, "Your people take and leave. But the earth here remembers." Diego hesitated, then chose to stay. 1544, the forgotten conquistador as Coronado's battered remnants limped back to Mexico. Arriving in 1544, Diego became something rare, a Spaniard who lived among the Pueblo. He married Povoa's daughter, Taya, and taught the villagers how to forge metal tools. But his past haunted him. When a Spanish priest arrived with rumors of another expedition, Diego burned his old armor and fled deeper into the plains. 1545, the last echo of Coronado's dream in Mexico City, Coronado, disgraced and bankrupt, faced trial for his failures. Meanwhile, far to the north, Diego rode with a band of Comanche traders, his Spanish tongue now mixing with their words. The seven cities of gold had never existed, but in the vastness of America, new legends were being born. Historical notes: Coronado's expedition, 1540 to 1542, was real, and he explored much of the American Southwest and Great Plains. Hispanico, an enslaved Moroccan explorer, had been part of an earlier expedition, Cabeza de Bacas, and was killed by Zuni warriors before Coronado arrived. Quivira was a real place, likely in Kansas, but it was not a city of gold, just a Native American settlement. Many Spanish soldiers did desert and integrate into native tribes, leaving traces of European influence before later colonization. This story blends real history with fiction to imagine the human side of these expeditions, the hope, the betrayal, and the choices that shaped early America. Would you like any changes or additions?